So if you've got a circuit breaker that keeps constantly tripping when you try to reset it, like here, you've clearly got a fault, right? So it can be one of three things. And I'm going to explain them very shortly, step by step, which it could be and how to find out which it is. But firstly, don't keep trying to reset your breaker because you're just going to cause further damage, okay? So the first step we need to do is identify what this breaker's supplying, which circuit in the house, okay? And this is a quite well labelled board, and it clearly says above it, kitchen sockets. So what we're going to do first is see if it's an appliance that's causing the breaker to trip. So we'll go into the kitchen, turn off every socket by the switch, and unplug every appliance as well. Don't just turn the switch off, make sure you unplug everything as well. So I'm going to do that now. Right, I'm in the kitchen now. Let's turn off the first one, a radio. We've also got a toaster and a slow cooker. We've got the kettle. Let's turn the kettle off. And I think let's do the microwave. The oven's hardwired on a radial, so that doesn't need to be unplugged. Some modern ovens are on plugs, so you'll have to check whether yours is. And the last thing is going to be the fridge freezer. Just reach back there. That's unplugged the fridge freezer. Right, so I'm going to go back in the garage now and see if I can get the circuit breaker to turn on, as I've now unplugged all appliances within the kitchen. Right, I'm back in the garage now. I've unplugged all the appliances. So we're going to try to turn the breaker back on and see if it stays on. If it stays on, what that'll prove is that one of the appliances that we've unplugged is at fault, causing our circuit breaker to trip. If it does reset and hold in, then what we can do to identify which appliance it is at fault is to plug them in one at a time, come look at the breaker and see if it trips it out. One of the appliances would trip the breaker out if it is an appliance at fault, and then we can easily identify the faulty appliance, okay? So we'll see if it stays in now, which it doesn't. So that's proven step one. It's definitely not an appliance causing the fault on this circuit. So we need to move to step two now. It's either a wiring fault on the circuit, or it could possibly be a faulty breaker, which I've seen before. So the easiest one to check is the circuit breaker. So that's the next thing we're going to check. It's actually an RCBO, is this? So now I'm going to show you how to check if that's at fault. Right, I've now isolated the board on the main switch and removed the cover. I'm just going to test for dead first before I disconnect the load side of the faulty circuit. So this RCBO, I will disconnect the load side, which is the outgoing circuit. Once I've disconnected it, we'll try to turn it on again, and that will prove whether it's the circuit at fault or the RCBO at fault. So I'm just going to prove my voltmeter before testing for dead. That's good. I know the breakers, the RCBO is off anyway and the main switch is off, but we still need to test for dead. And I'll reprove my unit. That's dead. I'm going to make the disconnection. This is a stage where most people, if you're not experienced or qualified, won't be competent to do. So by all means watch it for information and to learn. But if you're not qualified or experienced, I'd definitely advise contacting an electrician. So now I've disconnected the outgoing circuit. You can see there's two wires, two browns, two blues, so it's showing that it's a ring main. Right, now I need to turn the power back on the main switch, and then we'll see if the RCBO will hold in. That's power on. Let's see if the RCBO holds in now, which it does. So that proves that the RCBO is not at fault, and it proves there's a fault on the outgoing circuit. I'm not going to interrogate that fault now because I haven't got time, but I will do another video on interrogating this fault and show you how to find the fault and rectify it. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll answer them if it's about any kind of troubleshooting you have of your own. And thank you for watching, and check out my other electrical videos.